Maganaka, and thank you for joining me on lesson number 8. In this lesson, I'm going to look at plurals. I don't know why I try and say that word, I could never say it right, but we want to look at plurals today, when, more than one thing. In Shona, some words change almost completely when they are plural. Some do not change at all. However, I was trying to find a formula. Okay, before I confuse you, let me tell you what I'm talking about. So the first word we're going to use as an example is the word muti, which is a tree. M-U, muti. However, when you have more than one tree, it becomes miti. So it changes from M-U in muti, which is just one, to M-I, miti, which is two or more trees. So another word like that is moonway. You have your finger, it's known as moonway. When it's more than one finger, it becomes meanway. So you lose that MU and you gain an MI, moonway, meanway. One finger, fingers, moonway, meanway. However, having said that, because this is Shona, it gets a little bit tricky. You have a word like mukomana, that also starts with MU. However, the plural for mukomana is not mikomana like we saw in the previous word. That one changes a little bit. So one boy is mukomana, two or more boys is vakomana. So that MU changes to a VA. Just like musikana is one girl, a vasikana is more than one girl. Just like mukuru is one elder, vakuru is more than one elder. I like I said earlier, I really don't know what the formula is as to what word gets the MU to MI or the MU to VA and why. I wish I would have gotten that answer, but if anybody else speaks Shona and you have the answer, please comment below. I'll be more than happy to address it when I start the next lesson. Now, some words do not, the word doesn't change. We just add an MA in front of it to mean that there's more. So take, for example, a word like sango. Sango just means forest. If it's more than one forest, it's ma sango. Sango, one. More than one forest, ma sango. So the word sango is still there. We've just added an M in front of it. Just like days. Remember from our last lesson, we said zuva means sun or zuva means days. Now, sun, you can't have more than one sun, but you can have more than one day. So one day is zuva. More than one day is mazuva. Correct. So zuva for one, mazuva for more. Another good example of that is ruva, flower. So one flower is ruva. More than one flower is maruva. Absolutely correct. So that's another example of words where we just add an MA in front of the word to depict plural. Now, the next set of words I'm about to tell you are very interesting. Okay, these are words that start with G. When we make them plural, that G changes into a K. Okay, what am I talking about? So let's take, for example, go-nye. That's a worm. Go-nye. Okay, we're going to add the MA in front of the word go-nye to show that there's more worms. But however, remember that G changes into a K. So ma konye. Ma konye. One worm is gonye. More than one, ma konye. Same thing with mountain. Gomo. Okay? Gomo. That's just one. More than one is ma komo. Okay, are you kind of seeing the pattern there? Same thing with gore. Remember we said gore means cloud or gore means year. So 1 year is gore. More than 1 year is makore. Very good. 10 points if you say that. Same thing with the clouds in the sky. Gore, there's just one cloud in the sky. there's more than one cloud in the sky, makore. So I don't know. Okay, like a word like gumbo, which means leg. So one leg is gumbo, more than one leg is makumbo. I really didn't want to use this word. It's not a vulgar word, but it's not a word that, people, Shona people just throw. It's not a bad word at all, but it's not a word that people just throw around. However, the reason why I want to bring this word up is because it's a word that starts with G, but it does not get the K sound when we make it plural. Yeah, I'm like hesitant, but the word is garo, okay, which means uh, like your backside, okay, one, like, but I cannot believe we're saying this in this lesson. But however, if it's more than one, it does not get the K word. It just becomes magaro. I will probably delete this from this video, but anywho, but that's a word that starts with G that does not get the K sound. You have a word like gudo, which is a baboon. Gudo. That's one baboon. When it's many, makudo. It gets the K sound. So again, I wish I had a formula, I before E, except after. I wish we had that type of formula, but I will keep digging and I will absolutely say something about it on the next lesson. Now, there are other words that do not, no matter what you do to them, they do not change. If it's a plural, it's the same word as it is when it's singular. So take, for example, water. Water is mvura. If it's one cup of water, one body of water, or 10 bodies of water, 10 cups of water, it just remains mvura. It doesn't become mamvura. It doesn't become mvira, or, like we saw in the other words. It just remains mvura. So water is mvura, and a lot of water is still mvura. Okay. The only thing you can do is quantify it, like mvura shoma, which means a little bit of water, and mvura yakawanda, which means a lot of water, but it doesn't really have a plural per se. Same thing, remember last lesson we talked about nzara, which is your nail. Nzara. Nzara remains nzara. Whether you talk about this one, or that one, it's just all nzara. Nzara does not have a plural. So words like nzara remain nzara. Same thing like ndebvu, which is a beard. If you have more than one beard, it just remains ndebvu. That one does not have a plural either. Then there are some words that start with CHI for the most part, like chi, 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 chi. We don't say she like they say in the US. We say chi for a word it's SHI. Most of them change when they're plural. They change to Z or Z, VI. Okay, what do I mean? Like your toes. Interesting point. If you can allow me to digress a little bit. Most people mistakenly call these jigunwe. These are not jigunwe. These are minwe. Your toes is what's called jigunwe. However, one toe is called chi gunwe. CHI. When you talk about all your toes, you call them ji gunwe. So that CHI changed to a ZVI. So we went from chi gunwe to ji gunwe. And then, a mop or a cloth we use to clean the floors is called chikorobo. Chikorobo. When you have more than one, remember we're going to take that CHI, we're going to substitute it with ZVI. So chikorobo becomes zikorobo. Chikorobo, zikorobo. a tick is called chikwekwe. Chikwekwe. When it's more than one tick, it becomes zhikwekwe. Correct. 10 points. Chikwekwe, zhikwekwe. Then there are words that start with D, and then when we plural them, that D changes into a T. I'll give you some examples. Like demo is an X. One demo is an X. We're gonna add MA to it. Like remember what we did with the other words that started with G? We added MA and the G became a K. Now if it's words that start with D, the D changes into a T. I feel like I'm successfully confusing you today, so feel free to watch this lesson several times until you kind of get the rhythm of what I'm saying. So demo is one X. Two or more X's is matemo. So we added the ma, we changed that D into a T. Matemo. So you want one demo, you want two matemo. Another word, a log, is danda. When it's more than one, it becomes, I heard you say matanda. Very good. So one danda, more than one, matanda. I'll think of another word that starts with D, like dumbo, belly. Dumbo. If it's more than one belly, it becomes matumbu. Okay, very good, very good. So I will do a little bit more research, and so I can get you more information on how exactly to determine which word, when it becomes a plural, takes what format. But for today, that's it. I hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everybody's doing good. Thank you again for joining me on lesson 8. I look forward to seeing you guys again on lesson 9. Musara zvakanaka, itirwai zvakanaka. Tatenda zvikuru.